Welcome back, everybody. This is part 2 of our daily watch list for Monday, December 18th. This list was a little longer, and I don't usually put them out for the Monday trading day, but I did it special for you guys. It is quite a long list. That's why this is part 2. Part 1 has already been done. We had the premiere video. We've watched it. This is round 2. So there are about 10, 15 to 20 stocks, somewhere in that range, on this second part of the list, and we're going to start with them right now. I'm not going to go into the theory of it. If you want to see the theory, that was back in part 1 or within the learning tool videos. So Cisco, and actually if we want to do it, there's just a quick recap you can see. A quick recap that we can see here: CCL, BIDU, BAC, AMD, AFRM, Airbnb, Apple, Chewy, Moderna, Uber, Pfizer, and a bunch of others. So that's where we're at for those. We'll start off with Cisco. Cisco with the inside bar, calls at 49.93, puts at 49.43. DIA with another inside bar, full time frame continuity to the upside. So I'd like to see that. And I will tell you guys, going into next week, we're going into the Christmas break. We might see a very, very slow week. That's just my idea, my thoughts on it. But it doesn't necessarily mean that's what's going to happen. I don't have a crystal ball. Another inside bar on Chevron, CVX, Disney, 2 down, finished green. This isn't a shooter candle per se, because we need this body to be a little smaller or the wick to be a little taller. So there could be a little bit of conflict there, but we do have the time frame continuity all pushing up to the upside as we close out the year. EW, there's an inside bar as well. So calls at 78.35, puts at 76.84. Ford Motor Company, we had this big run up, and now we've got a 2 up that finished red. We'll see if Ford is going to come back down or what we're going to do. If we go look at that blue line there at the bottom of the screen, that is my monthly trigger. So I do monthly videos as well. I do weekly videos. The weekly video will be coming out this Sunday as well. That's today when I'm doing this video, so it will be out as well for this coming up week. But there you can see, and this just shows again, and I love to go back in time and show you guys because it shows you the power of inside bars, where we had this one and it took it down on the month. Then we had this one that's taking it all the way up on the month. So we'll see how we react. If we go to the year, we went 2 down on the year, and then we've started to come back up. So if we continue to come back up on the year as the year closes out, I'm going to look at this and say we had a 2 down that finished green. I'm going to look for Ford to trend up in the new year. So that's Ford on the daily. General Motors, another vehicle company, exact same thing, okay? So we have that 2 up, finished red. We'll see how GM plays out. Google, outside bar, inside bar. So that's that 3-1 setup that we always talk about. And you notice those 2 pink lines there? I've already got my weekly swings set up on here. There's a 3-1 setup on the weekly as well. So we're going to look for a domino effect to take place there. We're going to look for one side to trigger and then also trigger on the weekly. We'll see how that plays out on Google. Calls at 134.83, puts at 132.63. The last time Google had the 3-1 setup, and you notice this gold highlight again, that's from my indicator. Okay, that indicator can be found down in the description below, or it's part of the Griswold Gold membership. Here is another 3-1 where we had the big run up. Okay, so that's the kind of setups that we look for off of these plays. We look for those big run-ups off of those 3-1 setups. They're super powerful, and they tend to yield really, really good results. Here's another one where we trended down for 2 days. Here's another one where we trended up for, looks like 6 days. And another one where we opened down below and then end up going outside bar. So this is good. This is telling me they don't always work out. Nothing's 100% in this, guys. Nothing is ever 100%. Nobody can come on YouTube or go on Twitter and tell you my strategy works 100% of the time, because it doesn't. Okay? Nothing works 100% of the time. Even the FOMC, we went through a period where it was, for the last 28 sessions, it worked 100% of the time over 28 sessions. But over the last 3 years, it's failed 2 or 3 times, I believe. Okay, so there's always a failure period. Here's another one where it didn't really work out. We hit targets, and then it reversed back to the downside. And we'll look at one more here. This one, we gapped up, but we ended up running, okay? So there is always the opportunity there and the potential off of these plays, and that's why we go through them. We look at Goldman Sachs, GS with another inside bar, and that we can call a hammer candle. So we'll look for puts at 379.32. Calls are possible at, I don't want to say 385.61 because it's not marked out correctly. There we go, 385.90 for the calls. IBM, 2 up, finished red, shooter candle. And again, you notice we have the pink line for the weekly swing, okay? 2 up, finished red. Both of those are telling me we have a really good potential of IBM pushing down tomorrow and through the week. Lululemon. Lulu's a little bit expensive to buy for the option calls. It's like Tesla, but a lot of people still do it, and that's fine. But I put it on here. We have the 2 down, finished green. Buyers brought it back. We're looking for calls at 492.19. Morgan Stanley with the inside bar. Nice time frame continuity pushing up. So calls there at 91.84, puts at 90.26. If you guys have questions, leave them down below. And please, while you're watching this video, just give me a quick thumbs up. It doesn't take much. Just go down to the bottom left. Give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. You can also find me on Twitter at Mr. Clark Griswold, and I am on Instagram as well. Microsoft inside bar. So the calls there at 372.40, 366.28. The Discord is also free, guys. That if you didn't watch part 1, the Discord link is down below. That is free as well. I do have a paid portion. I'm not going to push that on you guys. 2 up red. Sellers brought it back, so we're looking for puts there at 81.11. Procter & Gamble, 2 down green. We're going to look for calls back to the upside. Normally, let's go through this. Normally, I always tell you guys to put the targets at the top of the preceding wicks when we're looking at a bullish setup. But because we have this gap, meaning between this wick and this wick, there is no candle. To fill that gap, that wick, bottom of that wick becomes our first target. Shopify, 2 up, finished red. Sellers bringing it back. We'll look for puts there at 76.35. Visa, another one that I don't normally put on the daily watch list. So Visa, Home Depot, MasterCard, Lowe's, those ones tend to have higher premiums, like $300-$400 a contract plus, and the spreads between them are a little bit larger. So I don't look at those as much, but there's a setup here with full time frame continuity, and these are really the setups I love. I love the inside bars into time frame continuity. Here's another inside bar. Look at that run up. Or 2-2 reversals, meaning we had a 2 down and we're looking for a 2 candle back up. We're breaking back to the upside off of the previous 2 down into time frame continuity. This is very, very important. This is also part of my indicator that comes with the membership, as are the yellow bars, as are the white bars, candlestick numbers, Sarah Strat Snipers 50% rule. XOM inside bar, we also have a weekly trigger up at the top on Exxon Mobil. XOP, there's a hammer candle. It is red, but we have a hammer candle. We also have a break to the upside on the weekly. So if I go to that weekly chart, that's the 2 week. If I go to the weekly chart, there it is, 2 down, finish green. We're going to look for that to trend up on the week on XOM. And that's the list, guys. And that's what I've got for you. Hopefully you guys have a great week leading into Christmas. It is the merriest time of the year. I wish you guys nothing but the best. Good luck. If you have questions, ask them here on Twitter, in the Discord. That link is in the description below. Good luck trading, guys. Watch for the weekly watch list coming out as well. And we will see you guys all on the next one. Bye-bye.